Hello, hello, hello. Fancy meeting you here on this fine, fine Thursday. Just in case we haven't met yet, my name is Chris Acton with Acton Creative, and this is Live at the Loom. And every Thursday, we convene right here for a little fiber party. That's exactly what's happening here. Pardon me, I feel like um, I'm not quite settled yet. You know how that goes? Sometimes you're just, like it's not, you just gotta get the wiggles out. You know how that goes? You just have to get kind of settled. Yeah, we'll see. We'll get there. How are all of you lovely people? So, for my early birds that have been solving all the world's problems since 9 o'clock, hello, Ernie DeVries. Okay, total little sidebar. I had the thrill of meeting Ernie in person. He stopped by and we got to chat in person. It was awesome. It was so much fun. If you ever get a chance to have coffee with Ernie, you should absolutely do it. He's delightful, and we're always so happy to hear how he's doing and where he's watching in from. What today's where? Utah, on the road to in Beaver, Utah. He's headed to Flagstaff after his world tour and all this good things. So Ernie, travel safe. And hopefully you'll be sleeping in your own bed pretty soon. Hello, Gemma is here. Gemma's having Loom troubles. I'm so sorry, Loom. Wow, talking is going to be hard today. I can tell. Loom troubles. Gemma, we hope that it's no big deal and it's all good. That's what we'll hope so. Yes, exactly. Hello, my sweet friend Alex. And Carrie is here from Spain. And Anne is here from Cyprus. Hello, Anne. How are you, my friend? Let's see. Who else jumped in this morning? Carla's here. Hi, Carla. How is it going? And Tamison. Oh, nice. Tamison says she's early today. Said 10:30 is a hard time. It's exactly middle of the morning. If you're on Eastern time, I can understand. I can understand that. Yes. Today, spinning on the couch. I like that. Hello, Lori. See, Lori from the Netherlands. Mike is here. He says, good morning, y'all. That gives me flashbacks. You know, I lived in South Carolina off and on for a number of years. So every so often I throw in a y'all. That makes me smile. Let's see. Oh, Alex. Alex is on both. Alex, I love that about you. I love your commitment to Live at the Loom, that she is on Facebook watching and YouTube. Both of them. Something. Yes. Yes. Lori, I have my tea. She jumped in to say yes. There's always tea somewhere close by. That's exactly right. Hello, Nina. Nina's here. Sherry is here. Connie is here. Woohoo! Ellen is here with her coffee. I love that. Sam is on. Hello, Sam. Maureen is here. Hi, Maureen. Oh, right. Okay. Thank you, Maureen. That's so funny you're going to mention that because I was going to bring that up too. We're going to come back to Madeline on Textiles and Tea. We're totally going to talk about that. Priscilla is here. Woohoo! For a bit, at least. Just don't let the bosses catch you, Priscilla. Right? We'll write you a note. I'm sorry, Priscilla was late for class, but she had a very good reason. Chris at Live at the Loom said she had to be here. That's we need her support. That's exactly right. You just let me know, Priscilla. Let me know who to make it out to. I'll write you a note. Hello, Laura Miser. Hello. No, actually, okay, it's so funny. Alex said that Ernie kept a secret. Actually, Ernie did it. Ernie last week, if you'll note, if you look back at his comments, he said he was coming to Indiana meeting with someone special. I just didn't read it. I was just like, oh, he did say that. So yes, I got to meet Ernie. He's awesome. If you guys ever get a chance, you should meet Ernie too. I know, it was very cool, right? We got to meet in person. It was awesome. Hello, Sue Ann. Where did you go? Yeah, here she is. Foggy morning in Seattle. I believe that. Yes. Hello, EC. Hello. And Jody is on. Hello, Jody. Oh, and Debbie's here. Hello, Debbie. How are you, my friend? Let's see. What? Priscilla, what is this? The police. I'm making it out to the police. I drive my kiddos to daycare after a doctor's appointment. Okay. All right. Well, if the cops need an excuse for you multitasking on the road, don't you worry. I don't know that my note will carry much weight, Priscilla, but I will. I'll help you there. Hello, Viola Cook. How are you? And Frida's here for now. Frida, we'll take whatever we can get. Don't you worry. Let's see. Jody says, I love the new time because the time change. Okay, Jody, let me know. I know you're in Arizona, so does that mean you guys don't change times? Is that, correct me there if that's not right. I know there's a couple states that don't change. They don't fall back or lunge forward or whatever it's supposed to be. Because you fall back and spring forward. That's the word. Lunge sounds better somehow. I don't know. Okay, so yes, let's talk about textiles and tea. My big girl crush, Madeline Vanderhoot, was the guest on Tuesday, and let me just say, she is the coolest. Madeline's got to be, I haven't done the math, I don't know, she's got to be maybe late 70s, early 80s, somewhere in there, and she is just the coolest. If you're not familiar with the name Madeline Vanderhoot, Hoot is Hoogt. Look her up. She's awesome. I don't know what to say. She's amazing. Anyways, the interviews, Textiles and Tea, go look it up there. It's from Hand Weavers Guild of America, and it's on Tuesday. For me, it's afternoons. It's 4:00 Eastern time is when it runs. It's, like I said, it's an hour. And she was talking about how Huck lace is used to be her favorite, and she said she's always kind of changing what her like desert island weave structure would be. And she was what she say, deflected double weave, I think is what she said. Yeah, for this time around. So anyways, if you get a chance, Madeline, she is who I want to be when I grow up. Honestly, she's so smart, and she's so like, I got this. Like, anyways, enough. Go watch Madeline Vanderhoot on Textiles and Tea. Did I see Chris Hadaway? Look at this. She's here. Hello, Chris Hadaway. Thinking about you, my friend, and hope that all is well in your house. Right. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lori. Madeline Vanderhoot. There we go. That is her right there. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yes. Let's see. Jody says we don't change Arizona, but now I can listen to 8:30 instead of 7:30. That helps, right? You're just an hour behind me then instead of 2. Ooh, that is better. Yeah. I like that. Oh, Sue Ann, I'm having so much jealousy. She said she's taking Madeline's Weaver 2 class next June. Good for you. You absolutely should. Well, you're close to her, right? She's in Washington and you're in Seattle. See, you should absolutely take her class. Have you met her before, Sue Ann? You let me know. Let's see. Carrie's going to look at the Textiles and Tea video. Laces. Lace structures are my next learning stage, right? There's a lot to be said for lace. There's a lot happening in the world of lace weave structures, for sure. Gemma's making plans to meet all the people. I love that. That's awesome. Fantastic. Hello, Lillian. She said she's been baking since 5:30 a.m. Okay, Lillian, lay it on us. Is that right? Lay it on us. Yes. My tongue is just all twisty this morning. What have you been baking since 5:30 this morning? Yeah. Okay, so Textiles and Tea. By the way, this week, of course, Madeline was great, but last week was Felicia Lowe. Do you know her? She has the weaving school Sweet Georgia, which isn't actually in Georgia. That's what you learned very quickly. It's not. I'm so sorry for our Southerners. It's not actually in Georgia. It's in. I think she's in Vancouver. Anyways, I knew of her just because I'm a YouTuber and she has a huge YouTube channel. So I like her. She is just, talk about a fascinating person. She's like the most even keel. I love that. I think that's awesome. Yes, Felicia Lowe. Hello, Elmi from Guatemala. How are you, dear? That's so nice to see you. I love that. Chris says, please let me know that I purposely typed carp instead of crap because I do occasionally have manners. See, look at you trying to be all nice and G-rated. That's awesome. Okay, so how has your week been? Let me know how everything is happening in your corner of the world. Sue Ann says that Madeline is on Whidbey Island, just a ferry ride away. I've not met her yet. I was a weird weaver stalker recently. Yes, we were on the island. I made my husband drive by her house 3 times. Okay, Sue Ann, I would totally be the same way. I'd be like, do you think she's there? Can I stop by? Can I just like drop in? Sue Ann, I would totally be the same way. Yes, I would be. Yeah, I would be a weird stalker girl. Yeah. Lillian says she's been making sourdough, 3 big loaves, and 4 dozen rolls. Wow, deliveries in a few hours. Oh, you're baking it for other people, Lillian? Is that right? Oh, Lillian, how do I get on that list? Because yum, any kind of baked bread, baked goods. That sounds awesome. Carrie asked, what episode number was Madeline for Textiles and Tea? I don't know the episode number. I do know that it's already up on Facebook. You can watch the recording. And usually there's a little lag before it'll come to YouTube. They have a channel on YouTube, a Hand Weavers Guild of America channel, and they will post it, but it's not usually right away. So you can kind of keep an eye out there because they'll put it up there too, so you can watch the amazing Madeline. So this week, we finished up the October Weave Along. You guys, I'm just so proud of all of you, everyone who was involved in the October Weave Along. Bravo. You were amazing. You were incredible. It was a really special program this time around. And I hope that you got a chance to see the gallery show because the projects were awesome. They were so good. So I just hope that everyone has given themselves a huge pat on the back because you deserve it. This was a really kind of a tricky, Shadow Weave is tricky. And you guys were so determined and you did some amazing projects with Shadow Weave. And I'm just so proud of you. I really, really am. So October Weave Along, doors are closed, all of that good stuff. However, as some of you know firsthand, I had more than a few requests to think about an ongoing group in Facebook for us. So without further ado, let me see if I can pull up my little banner here that I did for us. Here we go. We now have an Acton Creative Community Facebook group. Yes, we do, friends. Now, here's the thing. This is a group that is for the community, led by the community. This is going to be, I'll pop in on occasion. Of course I will. However, the moderators are all fellow weavers just like you. The group is really about having a place to put your photos from live at the loom, to ask questions, to cheer each other on, to Sherry put up a great post about tools, about like the beauty of S hooks, which I was like, heck yeah, I like an S hook. So it's really, really cool. So go over to the group. You can do a little screenshot here, or just go to, if you just type in, there we go, Acton Creative Community, it'll pull up. And the one thing to know is that you have to answer the questions to be let into the group. It's a private group, which means you can find it. When you put in a search, you can totally find it. However, it's if you're part of the group, you can see the comments in your feed. But if you're not part of the group, it's not public. That's what that means when it says a private group. So wander over there and join our awesome little Facebook group. We'll see. We're gonna give it a go and see how it works for us, right? Sherry chimed in and said, "Woohoo! Acton Creative Community, we got it." So, yes. So don't forget to come over here. Here we go. I have to do it backwards. It's right hand, left. Pat your belly, rub your head. It's all of that. So, and don't worry, I'll mention that for us on an ongoing basis. So if you don't get to it this time around, that's okay. No worries. We'll get you the next time. Wow. Okay, Sam says we had 11 new members this morning. That's incredible. See, that's really fun. That's really fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what the group does. Because like I said, this is a group for you and led by you. That's the plan. So, okay, I'm ready. How are your projects? How is everything going on your side of the screen? What's happening on your loom? You'll notice I am back at the floor loom, so there is a brand new project to talk about this morning. So I'm excited about that. But let me know what is happening. Gemma is getting ready for something, and she said that her loom wasn't cooperating, which been there, done that. When little parts fall off, or fall out, or snap, or all of that. There's yeah. Carrie says, who tried patting and rubbing just now? I've never been great at that. That's never. I'm not a good multitasker, though. That is the God's honest truth. I am not a good multitasker. I'm like, I can do one thing really well, but I forget everything else that's happening outside of that one thing. So, yes, Carrie. And what is it? It's patting your head, rubbing your belly. I think that's how it goes. Okay, Sam. Oh, Sam's working on her commission piece with a pattern from handweaving.net. Ooh, it's a great site, isn't it, Sam? If you guys haven't had a chance to look at handweaving.net, it is wonderful. It's a really first of all, it's this huge library of pattern drafts, historic, new, all this kind of stuff. But you also have the ability to make your own draft. Like he has a whole program in there. Chris has a whole program in there that you can actually, kick around if you want to modify something, make something new, whatever. It is way cool. And there's a free version, which I've had the paid version for so long. I don't remember what the differences are, but you can try it with the free version. And the paid version is, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like $39 a year. It's a yearly, so it's well worth the investment. So if you guys want some kind of an online resource for pattern drafts, finding drafts, creating drafts, it's fantastic. Priscilla says she took an order at a show for another set of towels, like I did for the weave along. Yay! I'll be doing the shadow weave with red and white. That is awesome. Priscilla, we're so tickled for you. That's so cool. Yes. Oh, yay. Tamison just requested to join the new group. Woohoo! Come on over and join the group. Ellen says she just finished 2 silk scarves and getting ready to put on 2 more. Have a show next weekend to get ready for. Yes. Ellen, okay. Ellen, first of all, it's busy season for Ellen because she does a lot of art fairs and markets and all this kind of stuff. But she had a huge show last weekend that was like a week of her life, like being on site, getting ready, all the things. But this weekend she's doing, what's it called, Ellen? Artists of the Corn. It's in the middle of Central Illinois, and it is the name alone is brilliant. Ellen, let us know what it's coming up this weekend, right? Or is it 2 weekends? You correct me if I'm wrong. I know it's coming up. So she's busy, girl. Jody said she's converting her Richard had a log cabin pattern to 4 shaft. Woohoo! It's working out so nice. Jody, I'm so impressed by you, my friend. Jody took my Dress Your Loom course over the summer, and she has been like a 4 shaft weaving convert. She's been awesome. I'm so tickled, my friend. You've done so well. Sam says lots of people asked to join right now. Awesome. Look at you multitasking. See, Sam is much better at multitasking than I am. It's not, yes, yeah. Sam is one of our gatekeepers to make sure that everyone's behaving. So you have to answer to Sam. She'll be nice. She'll be nice, I promise. Yes. Carla says she's getting ready to thread for a crackle weave tote bag. Ooh, fun. Okay, now Carla, tell me about this tote bag. What are the plans for? Is it just going to be like a 2-sided? Are you going to have panels? Is there a flat bottom? Are there straps? Share with us the vision for a tote bag. Because I've always kind of thought that'd be fun, a fun one. I've never done I take that back. Once I did one tote bag in my whole career. One tote bag. That's all I got. Yes, Sam says you must answer both questions or you can't be approved. Yes. Sam will politely boot you out or one of the other moderators and be like, nice try. Try again. Please answer the things. Let's see. Right. Oh, here we go. Ellen says, here we go. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. It's not this weekend, next weekend. Artists of the Corn Holiday Market at Funk Farms in Shirley, Illinois. Come on. Whoever came up with the name gets crazy bonus points. I mean, that is awesome. Okay. Let's see. Sue Ann says today she'll finish the last placemat in a set of for a Christmas gift. Look at you, right on time. I love that. Plan next is cloth for a pillow cover. An experimental weave structure to produce fluffy areas. We'll see how that turns out. That sounds very, very cool. Is it kind of like I don't say corduroy, but some of those where you have like the intentional, like a poof, like you make a poof, Sue Ann? Is that what you're envisioning? That's awesome. Yes. Artists of the Corn. Isn't that funny? Okay. Pardon me. Connie says, still working on a curtain project. Okay. It will take 1,000 years. Okay. We'll be there to support you for all 1,000 years, Connie. I promise. Christmas runner for a daughter, napkin for another daughter, towels for anyone interested. Ooh, me. A commission set of napkins. That is awesome. Oh, wait, Connie, there's more. She says, a runner for a niece, and my 10-inch Bumberay just had napkins taken off. Boy, Connie she's busy. She is focused. She's got lots of stuff happening. Sue Ann says she's rarely on Facebook. It confuses me. I will try. Sue Ann, here. Sue Ann, just for you, sweetheart. I'm going to put up, here's the, oh, You have to actually push the screen for it to show up. Here's the link for the, so honestly, if you go into groups, I think you may not even have to do that. If you just search Acting Creative Community right there, it should pull up. It should, fingers crossed. That's the way. That's the path to get there, my friend. Okay, let's see. Who else? We haven't caught up with everybody yet. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, where do we go? Okay, I love how chatty you guys are, but every so often I get lost in the comments. I'm like, wait, where was I? Multitasking. I have to talk to the screen and I have to look at the comments at the same time. This is it's always a challenge for me, folks. Always. Yeah. Okay, so Carla is doing a tote bag. So I like to have sides and a bottom. But I'm a very new sewer. I'll have to figure it out. Carla, I'm guessing if you wanted to keep it really simple, you could just have one long thing and put it in half and sew up the sides. Okay, if anyone has suggestions for our friend Carla about a tote bag, that's sounds like a pretty simple tote bag. If you're a new sewer, you know, this is the first one. You can make it crazy and complicated later. Gemma says her color and weave dish towels are coming along on the rigid heddle. Oh, fun! You can't go wrong with dish towels and color and weave. There's lots you can do with that. Sue Ann says yes, kind of a corduroy. Did a sample on the table loom and it looked okay. I bet it looked better than okay, Sue Ann. That's exciting. Yes. Let's see. Oh, Elmi is weaving a multicolor hammock. Oh, how fun. Okay, Elmi, how big are you aiming for a hammock? I would think it has to be a pretty good size piece of fabric. I've never considered weaving fabric for a hammock. That sounds lovely. Lillian's convincing Carla to do a box bottom seams, that they're easy. Okay. Now you're hearing from the girl who doesn't sew at all, so it always sounds complicated to me. But I'm excited to have you guys encourage each other. That's awesome. Mr. Tom is doing some set experiments. Okay, doing the same warp but changing how many EPI there are for different sections to get a better handle on how firm or loose the fabric is at different sets. Okay, so let me ask this, Tom. Are you cutting off a section and then changing things in your read? Is that how you're doing it? Let me know. I'm fascinated by that. I love this kind of experiment kind of idea. That's awesome. By the way, for any beginners in the crew, when he talks about set, S-E-T-T, let's see if I can do the little right there. There we go. Set, S-E-T-T, that refers to the spacing in your warp, how close or how far apart your warp yarns are from each other. And then EPI, this is a test of my coordination. EPI right there is ends per inch, which is the actual number that goes with. So say that you have, like for me, I love putting my 8/4 cotton at 12 ends per inch. That's what the EPI is. Ends per inch is the 12, and that refers to the set. That's all category. I'm very curious how you're tackling this, Tom. That's awesome. Let's see. I know people are very impressed by the hammock. That is very impressive. That's very impressive. Gemma says she started the 4th color on the Shadow Weave project and trying to get the heddles to behave. Get one fixed. Oh yes, thank you, Gemma. I'm glad you said this. Gemma, correct me if I'm wrong, but Gemma's working on a counter march. Is that the kind of loom that you have? And she's having trouble with the action of the shafts up and down. Anyone else who has counter march? Is it counter march with a soft sh, or is it counter march with a hard ch sound? Let me know what you think. How do you pronounce it? Let me know. Let us know. Share if you have any kind of suggestions for how to help with the motion of the loom, so they're not sticking, so they're not whatever. So Gemma had asked. Was it Gemma who had asked? I'm sorry. Someone had asked who has a counter march loom, and they had asked about how to kind of figure that out. So jump in if you have suggestions or helpful things for Gemma and her loom, because that is frustrating when the loom's not behaving like it should be. Yes. Gemma says she's been seeing the corduroy balls of yarn and very tempted to try, right? I like it. Okay, so Tom says he has to cut off each section and then reslay the reed. Okay, though each set I do a section of plain weave, a section of twill. I like this. This is okay, Tom. I would love to see your results. I would love to have to get your to get your 2 cents on how it turned out, kind of the visual and then the numbers, because that would be that's very cool. Yeah. Tom says like the month March, counter March. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Okay, everyone says hard ch. I like it. That see, Lori says too. Okay, excellent. I like it. Yeah, Gemma says her loom has the old linen cords. Would love to change to the pins. Yeah, I can appreciate that. Yes. Okay, so back to Tom's experiment, though. That's such a cool idea because what happens is that when you are, and so, most of you have probably kind of played with this already. If you haven't, though, what happens is the spacing, how close together your warp yarns are, makes the difference in how dense your overall fabric is going to be. And if you really want to get into kind of the subtleties, it's a cool experiment to play with to see how kind of what's the point that you like. Is 12 just right, and 10's too loose, and 14 or 15 is too tight? You know, it's that kind of playing with it. But it does demand a certain level of patience. I mean, that is to actually cut off your project and then move everything back through the reed every time. That's a certain level of commitment to science, Tom, that I take my hat off to you. That is, I love that you're doing that, though. And if you'd be so kind to share with the class, that would be awesome. Yes. Oh, Lori says Gemma and I are having loom issues. My loom Layla's being disrespectful. Does Layla need to have a timeout? Is that does the loom need to sit in the corner and think about what it's done for a while? Sometimes it does. Sometimes, and yes, sometimes my friend is really the weaver that needs the timeout. Sometimes it's a little combination of both, right? The equipment, the weaver. It's I can appreciate all of that. Okay, I think we've covered everything we have to cover, and I think it's time to do some weaving, shall we? Right? I think it's time. I'm gonna take one more swig here. Pretty much, if I make the tea right before I start, right before I go to weave, it's almost just a little too cool. Like it's like I really need to like slurp it at about 15 minutes in. That's really. I know that would be weird and rude. However, temperature wise, that's really about when it happens. About 15-20 minutes in, that's really when it's the perfect temperature. It's just a little bit too cool now. Don't worry, I'll still enjoy it. Don't worry, it's all right. Okay, let's see. Gemma says I love the name. Layla, hers still needs a name. I understand that. Yeah. Oh, pardon me. Lillian says, how about including 2 different EPIs in one piece? Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. Where you could have like these 2 inches are one set, these 2 inches. You could totally do that. Sam says, Tom should join the community group and post the pics of his fascinating experiment. Oh, we would love that. Tom, if you do Facebook at all, we would love you to be part of the community so we could all see. That would be awesome. Lillian says 2 EPI blocks with a big difference. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a great idea. Alex said my brake chain decided no longer wanted to be part of my loom last night. Alex. Okay, the brake chain. Okay, that sounds like a harder fix than now. I know you. Alice can do anything she puts her mind to. And she's very much like, oh, I can fix that. I would be like, help. Can you all come over to my house right now? No, I'd be calling Alex. I'd be like, Alex, can you fly to Northwest Indiana and come fix this for me? Because I would be freaking out. Alex is not freaking out. We know her. She's just like, whatever, I'm going to fix it. Carrie says she had to reslay her reed 3 times during the weave along. Ooh, that is commitment, my friend. She discovered the only part of weaving that I don't like is reslaying. Yeah, I don't blame you. Okay, Elmi, she says she's weaving 32 inches of fabric for the hammock using the entire width of the loom. Okay, for the hammock, I'll use 2 pieces of fabric. A lot of work. Okay, but this sounds so amazingly cool, Elmi. We're very excited to hear about the hammock for sure. Yes. What is this? Lillian says, I read brain chain. Yes. Yeah. Okay, are you ready? Let's look at this thing. Here we go. By the way, look at this. It's totally, sometimes it just works. It's like I'm camouflaged with my project. It's like how often does that happen? That you put on an outfit and you're like, oh, I match my project exactly. It happens to me all the time. I put on the outfit. I'm like, oh, look at this. Clearly browns and chocolates were on the brain. Clearly that was what I had in mind today. Okay. So let me tell you what I'm working on. This is a pattern called, I'm gonna say it's Bumberay. That's what I think. I don't think it's Bumberette. I think it's Bumberay because I think it'll be like chalet. That's what I think. This is a pattern that was brought to my attention by the fabulous Michelle Marshall. Thank you so much, Michelle. Michelle was our rigid heddle consultant for the October Weave Along, and she is kind of hanging out with the community and will still answer any kind of weave along, or sorry, rigid heddle questions in the community. So she's going to still act as our kind of point person for that, which is awesome. But she asked me about this pattern called Bumberay. I'm like, what the heck is Bumberay? Turns out it's part of a whole family of weave structures. Very, very cool. The threading is just like a point twill. So you're constantly making this little kind of zigzag kind of motion as you're putting your yarns into the shafts. However, there's a certain way you have to do it. There's a certain kind of method. It's all in sets of threes, which I will tell you right now. You can see I'm just starting. Like these are my knots at the beginning. I can tell you so far that the trickiest part of it was standing at the warping board in sets of three. I was like, okay, 2 or 4 would be great. An even number would be great. Sets of 3, that made my brain hurt just a touch. So anyways, without further ado, let me show you what this looks like to weave a little Bumberay. So here's what I did. And I'm gonna lean you in right now so that you can kind of see what's happening. Do you see? It's all basically what happens is you kind of create these. It's kind of hard to see with the light colors, but you create this like there's certain floats that you have this like column of floats, kind of rigid ridges. We'll see how much I'm so curious to do it all and then put it through the washer and dryer and see how much it kind of pops up and how much texture you get from that. And where you see the floats of the weft on this side, on the back, you can imagine you'll see the color from the warp. So I'm very curious to kind of get it done and then be able to see both elements of that. So, okay, could you still not see it? Lori says a little closer, please. Okay, here, I'm like leaning you over. I don't want the iPad to go like flying into the, okay, can you see it from there? A little closer? Yeah, is that better? Okay, so that is that's the idea. Now, what is so fun? Here, let me move you over this way. There we go. What's so fun is that the treadling is you just kind of go back and forth between. Okay, I'll just show you. Hang on. Okay, so here is how the treadling goes. Then you start with 2 and 4, right? Send your weft yarn through. Next one is 3 and 4. Right? See 3 and 4 right there. Take your shuttle, send it back the other way. Next is 1 and 3. Okay, right? So those are the only sets of, like, those are the 3. That's it. You just go back and forth between those. So this is 1 and 3, right? Okay. Go back to 3 and 4, right? Go back this way. And then go to 2 and 4. And we're back where we started. How fun is that? So much fun. So you're constantly, because of the way it's threaded in the shafts, you're constantly creating this cool kind of set. There we go. You can't even see that. A cool kind of set of floats. Don't worry. I'll post some pictures, you guys, so you can see even closer up because I realize that the screen just doesn't get very close. So one of the things that I want to play with, see how I'm just going back and forth? Basically, it's like 1 and 3 and 2 and 4, which are plain weave. And then you just have this little 3, 4 in the middle. And you just kind of go 1 and 3, 3, 4, 2 and 4. And then you just go back the other. It's, yeah. When you see the draft is really fun because the threading is just a point twill. So you're up and down the whole way. But then when you look at the treadling is like up and down, up and down. It's visually, it makes me very, very happy. Very happy. Okay, so this is 1 and 3. This is 3 and 4. And this is 2 and 4. And you just go over and over and over again. Now, there's a couple things that I want to play with here. Is first of all, this is the lightest color of my browns that I have here. So I can't wait to kind of kick around what if I use some of the other browns in my sequence here. I actually have 4 different colors. I've got this kind of chocolatey color that's all kind of the background, if you will. And then I have a dark rust, a lighter rust, and then this kind of a milk chocolate, like a light, almost like a khaki kind of color. Anyways, Lily says like playing the piano. It's totally like playing the piano. It totally is. Yeah. So anyway, so I'm looking forward to kind of playing with the colors. And then, like I said, once I get enough, I'm gonna pop my head underneath just to see what it looks like on the underside. Cause that's, we only see the top or the bottom, depending on how you want to look at it. We only see one side of the fabric, but I'll be very curious to see what it is, what it's doing on the other side. So, oh, there we go. Oh, thank you for typing that. There we go. That's how you say it. I can't do it. There we go. Bumberay. Right. I'm guessing. Okay. I've heard people pronounce it both ways, but I'm guessing it's like you know how chalet has like an ET, and that's how you would say it. That's what I'm banking on. That's what I'm banking on. Now we are in Indiana, so it's could be Bumberay here for us. But yes, I think it's very fun. So you guys, let me know. Do you have any experience with this? Let me know if you have any tips or tricks for me about this particular weave structure. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. You guys were had all kinds of good things to say. Oh, hello, Robert. Hello from England. That's awesome. We're so glad you're here. Yes. Let's see. Oh, that's a good idea. Lillian says pardon me. She's a hand mirror. That's a great idea. Just put a little mirror under there I like that. Yeah. Sam says I use a dollar store hand mirror. That's brilliant. Yes. That's so fun. I will definitely be doing that because I'm very curious to see kind of how the effect is on the other side. When I looked at some of the information about the Bumberay, they would have like side-by-side pictures, like this is the top, this is the bottom, the top and the bottom, or front and back, or however you want to look at that. Like they showed both, and you could see drastically different, which I kind of like that. I like that you'd have both sides happening. So that is the project du jour. And originally I was thinking, well, maybe I'll try to make like specifically like a run or something like that. But there's all kinds of variations in the Bumberay family, so I'm going to play with all those. So it's not a very big project. So you'll get to hear all kinds of good stuff, all about this new to me pattern. I had never heard of it before. When Michelle mentioned it, I was like, what is that? I have no idea. But apparently it's a really old one, which I kind of like. I'm gonna try to find some history about it too, because I'm always curious how did this come up? What is this thing that you speak of? So that is what's coming up. There'll be a handwoven experience episode right around the corner about that. And speaking of handwoven experience episodes, this week was all about beater bars. I've been trying to kind of think about going back to basics, and if you're just starting out, there are things we take for granted. So many of us have been weaving for a year, 5 years, 15 years. I'm more than that now. So we just kind of take so many things for granted. Like it's just kind of muscle memory, just built in. But when you first start, there's that kind of moment where you're like, what do I do with this? How hard do I pull? What's the point? So I wanted to do a video that talked about kind of the motion of moving the beater bar, and at least from my perspective, what you're looking for. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out, I kind of gave you my 2 cents, and hopefully something will resonate with you. If you've been weaving for a million years and you're all set, great. This is probably not the episode that's going to interest you. But if you're a fairly new weaver and you're still kind of trying to figure out what goes where, check it out. It could give you some little helpful tips, and maybe kind of a strategy for how to think of moving the beater bar. Because for me, I like to have like a standard. Here's my standard motion. This is how I always. This is the tension that I always pull. It's the amount of pressure that I add every single time. And then if there's exceptions, then I can really focus and pull harder or gentler, depending on the pattern that I need. So check that out. By the way, with this episode, I had some very cool tips and tricks that I thought of after I'd recorded it. So what I did was for my Acting Creative Insiders, the paid membership, I went ahead and put in the extra information there. So if you've been thinking about, I think I have a banner for this. If you've been thinking about joining the Acting Creative Insiders, there we go. Come on over and get your extra tips and thoughts on working with the beater bar. Uh-huh. Yep, right there on Patreon. By the way, I think I mentioned this last time, but Patreon now has a free option. And one of the things I'm kind of rolling around is how to best, oh, my screen's doing funny things. There we go. Is to how best utilize that. But you can come over and be free on Patreon. Now, right now, the information is all set up for the paid membership, which of course that'd be lovely if you joined us as a paid member. But if you're not in a position to do that yet, you can come over and be a free one. And on occasion, I'll drop you little nuggets for free, good free stuff for you there too. So, oh, I love that. Thank you, Jody. Jody's the coolest. Jody has a Bumberay towel kit. See, she's way before her time. She's brilliant. Okay. All right. What is let me turn this off for a moment. Okay, so someone's trying to name a loom. What is we're talking about naming a loom. If you're on YouTube, there's a whole conversation about ideas for naming a loom. I like that. I remember this was many weeks ago, but we were talking about naming a loom, and I said, my looms don't have names, and I said, maybe you guys could help me, and I forget who it was. I'm so sorry, but they were like, oh no, the looms have to tell you their name. I was like, oh, okay, great. I will pay attention to that then. Your reaction was lovely and delightful, and it tickled me to just no end. Let's see. Yes. So, okay. So where are we? See, distracted multitasking. See, not my strength. Okay. So we talked about Acting Creative Insiders. Oh, the weekly weaving newsletter. It's every Wednesday. I send you a little left note just saying, hi, I'm thinking about you. And here are the good things that you can take advantage of right now, because I've been thinking about you and I want to make sure that you are, have easy access to all the stuff that's happening right now. So, if there's one thing that you you're like, I can do one thing, make sure that you're getting the weekly love notes, the newsletters, because they are, believe me, that is the place where I make sure that everyone is up to date and you know what's happening, and you can take advantage of all the good things that are going on here at Acton Creative. Okay, what else, friends? I think I'm at the end of my list. What did I miss today? By the way, I'm still rolling around the new words that I learned last week. What was oh shoot, I'm gonna forget it now. I know it starts with the PL. What was the word that we all learned? The unspun. We even looked it up. Ooh, someone help me here. What was the unspun yarn that we learned? Starts with the PL. Anyways, I always learn something new on Live at the Loom. I always do. It's just a fact of life, because you're all so stinking smart. And we learned that there's a Bumberay towel kit on Cotton Clouds. So if you want a whole kit to do that, that would be amazing. Yes, we love Jody, so we want to support her however we can. What else did we learn today? We learned there's a new Facebook group. Yes. So come over and join us there. It's going to be a fun place. Thank you. I knew somebody would pop in. Thank you, Tamison. Plotalope. Yep. See, there we go. Thank you. Maureen jumped in too. Yes. Plotalope. It's just going to roll right off the tongue. Plotalope. We'll see if I can remember it for next week. I don't know. We'll see. So, by the way, speaking of next week, I'll be right back here for next week. However, the week after that is Thanksgiving already. It's crazy that it's that time of year. So mark your calendars for next Thursday. I will be here for sure, and then we'll have a little break, and then we'll come back after that. So you know what's coming. Your homework this week is to do something creative just for you. Throw a shuttle, pet your yarn, start a project, finish a project, maybe fix a loom if you're Alex. It's do something just for you, not for your spouse or your kids or your neighbors or anybody else, just for you. It's good for your soul. That's yes, it's important to do those things. So do something creative, and mark your calendars. Next Thursday, same bat time, same bat channel. We'll be right here. In the meantime, if you do Facebook at all, I hope that you'll please join our Acting Creative community. because that will be that's going to be a great place to put our heads together, right? We're going to do awesome things together for sure. All right, friends, you've been awesome as always. I wish you all the best, lots of fun weaving this week, and I'll meet you right back here next Thursday, huh? It'll be a date. You'll meet me here. All right, friends, have a great week. Happy weaving.